The University of Hawaii Athletics Department is seeking to renovate several facilities in order to come into compliance with Title IX. At a Board of Regents meeting today, Associate Athletics Director Lois Mannon talked about how improvements could bring the school within the federal civil rights law. She says expanding the T.C. Ching Athletics Complex to a 15,000-seat capacity would do that and fulfill the NCAA requirement for UH to have the capacity for 15,000 people attending home football games. She also says the university wants to relocate the women's track and field program to an on-campus location as athletes right now drive to Waipio. Mannon also hopes for funding to build a high-performance center which would house all those needs in one building.
This is the dream, right, of a multi-purpose facility. This is something that many of our counterpart schools and opponents already have in the Mountain West. Something like this would allow us to do a lot of things, mainly serve as a hub for the different areas in every area that the student athletes touch on a daily basis.
Mannon says this would consolidate larger sports into one facility and would also free up space that could be reallocated to other sports to comply with Title IX. New on KION-TV4 Island News at 5, find out how the closure of Aloha Stadium is affecting the athletics department as a whole.
The University of Hawaii Athletics Department says the closing of Aloha Stadium has cost it almost $4 million. Today at a UH Board of Regents meeting, Associate Athletics Director Lois Mannon said this impacts all sports, including the ones that do not produce revenue. She specifically said that's mostly women's sports. That's why Mannon says it is important to expand the T.C. Ching Athletic Complex. It currently seats 9,300, but NCAA rules require UH to have 15,000 fans at home football games.
We plan to submit a waiver to the NCAA in order to mitigate this. But in that waiver, we need to include a plan forward, and that needs to describe how and when we'll get to at least 15,000 seats.
Mannon says expanding T.C. Ching Athletics Complex will also help the school meet Title IX federal requirements.